What's up guys, I'm Ben Clark and this is Adapt to Perform. So in today's workout, I'm going to show you how I adapt a typical back routine. The 4 exercises we will be looking at are lat pull down, close grip pull down, single arm rows and cable crossovers. These are going to hit our upper back and our lats. So in my opinion, a back workout is one of the most important things that we can do. It helps with stability, it helps with strength, and it helps with posture. With stability, it helps us with our transfers. For strength, it helps us when we lift our hands over our head and when we're pulling stuff towards us. And finally, for posture, it helps us keep a nice straight back. Alright then guys, let's start with the lat pull down. So the lat pull down machine I'm using here has the seat that you would use, the pads, and the 2 bars at the top, plus it's plate loaded. So transferring out of this for me is difficult, and I wouldn't be able to stay there because I don't have the core stability. Plus you need to be able to reach up and pull down the things, and not being able to stand up means I can't do that. So the way I've adapted it is I stay in my chair, I use my active hands looped gym assistant. I'm not entirely sure the name. I will put a link down below to the active hands site so you can check them out. I put myself sideways. Now the reason I do this is if I go forwards, when I pull that weight down, my body wants to come out of the chair, and that's not going to end up well, is it? I'm going to be hanging, basically I'm going to be hanging from the machine by one arm, and that's going to cause injuries and probably quite a bit of embarrassment on my end, if I'm honest. So I stay there on the side. Also with this, if the weight gets too heavy, where my wheel is on the side opposite to the machine, I can put a plate on it, and this just stops my wheelchair tipping over when I get to a heavier weight. The wheel that is nearer the machine, I just push up against the machine, and that also helps with stopping it falling over. So what I try and focus on here is pulling the shoulder down, then pulling the weight down too. Now my lats aren't the strongest, and I'm quite bicep dominated on this exercise. So when I'm pulling down, my shoulder blades does tend to come up, and my shoulders go up when I'm on a heavier weight. Ideally, I would probably drop the weight, but you know, the ego gets in the way sometimes, and we try and push ourselves harder than we think we can. And actually watching this video back, I'm like, yeah, I need to drop the weight a bit. So it's been quite helpful for me, this one. Alright then, moving on to the close grip pull down. So on this one, I am on the cable machine. This one is a little bit safer if you've got any shoulder problems, if it's shoulder injuries. Bringing that elbow in is going to help keep that shoulder nice and healthy. This is a bit more bicep dominated, this exercise, rather than your lats. So this is great if you don't have much lat activation. If you are wanting to go heavy, you can weigh yourself down by putting a plate on your lap. Not a dinner plate, that's a weight plate. Dinner plate wouldn't really do much, would it? So yeah, that's one way we can do it, or we can form some sort of seat belt, whether you use a stretch cord or some piece of sort of fabric with some velcro on, something just to create something to keep you down in the chair. And if you're going even heavier and you start lifting yourself up, if you're lifting more than your body weight, I suggest putting weights down. So both the lat pull down and the close grip pull down, I tend to do single arm. This eliminates the fact that I'm using heavier weights, so I'm less likely to be pulled out of my chair, which again would not be good, let's be honest. So with both the lat exercises done, we will move on to our upper back. So we're going to start with the row. Again, like I did with the other things, I do this single arm. This helps me, one, focus on each arm at a time, as I have a bit of muscle imbalance in my back, and also it means that I'm not pulling a weight that's going to be too heavy and pulling me right out of my chair. So on the first bit of this, I am just going to grab the cable and pull it towards me, pulling the shoulder blade back to start with, then pulling the cable in. I put some kettlebells in front of my wheelchair. This just stops me moving forwards. You can use anything really that's going to help you stop you moving forwards. Sometimes I put a block there. It means that the block's not going to move because it's between me and the actual cable machine as well. So I was struggling on this, so I did my alternative way of staying back, which is basically get a big rubber band, put it around my chest, then attach myself to the machine while the Abby there helps me stay in position, and I can go through that full range of motion without any worry of me tipping forwards and also coming to get out of my chair, which again would not be a good idea, let's be honest. No, I'm quite happy staying in my chair really on this exercise, especially when you're attached to the weight machine, because then you're just dangling, so yeah, we don't want that. So finally moving on to the cable crossover. So the cable crossover is, I really like this exercise actually, it's really good fun. So with this you want to really focus on squeezing your shoulder blades together, that's the key for this one. Driving back with your elbows and not your hands, that way you're going to feel like you're really activating those muscles properly. This is going to really help with your posture, like sitting you up straight. It's going to help you strengthen that back. When we're pushing a lot, our shoulders become rounded because they're too stretched. So what we want to do is strengthen them up. It's going to help pull that spine back up in line, sit you up taller, which is going to make you look better, you know, sitting up tall, looking confident, looking strong. So thanks so much for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give me a thumbs up below. It makes me know that you liked it and it means that I'm on the right track. If you want to see more videos like this, click the subscribe button. Next to the subscribe button there's a bell. If you click that bell, you're going to get updates whenever a new video is posted. So you don't have to go searching for it basically, it will come straight to you instead. If you want to hear more things that I'm doing, go on my Instagram, ADAPTTOPERFORM. Go on my Facebook, facebook.com/ADAPTTOPERFORM. Obviously this is my YouTube channel, ADAPTTOPERFORM. Have a look at the other videos I've done. There's one on chest, there's going to be one on shoulders, arms, all that, and then more great stuff. I've got hundreds of videos planned for you guys. So yeah, just keep tuned to those channels, and I will see you next time. Thank you very much, guys.